So yeah, man, let's jump right into the main subject that I wanted to highlight today, and I kind of previewed it earlier on in the week. The role and the project that I turned down, and the dumbass reason I turned it down. Let's talk about it. So, okay, where do we begin? Okay, so holes happens. Okay, holes. The film comes out. You know, it does what it does. I am now I have a great role, great movie underneath my belt. It's on my resume. Beautiful, right? Mind you, like I said, I think I talked about it on a previous podcast episode. It's like, you know, I didn't come through the Disney ranks. I didn't have some Disney show and then, the role was given to me. No, Khleo Thomas literally came out of the blue. Like my mom, it's funny when I speak on it because it reminds me of this article that my mom has. It's in this magazine. I can't remember which one, but it literally that's like the whole headline of the film that they chose to highlight. They were like, and where did this Khleo Thomas kid come from? He absolutely steals the show as the character, da 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 da. And it was dope to see that because it's the truth. I didn't come from any previous, type of thing. And when you're with the Disney brand, that's what happens. So, I've never considered myself a Disney kid because I'm not. I had one role, I had one film underneath the Disney umbrella, and it would happen to be, Holes and the character of Zero, which lives on incredibly. And I'll touch back on the Disney kid thing in a minute. But okay, so Holes happens. Dope. There it is. Holes happens. I get an offer, and mind you, that doesn't come by often. Okay, when you're an actor, listen, unless you're one of the top guys, unless you're literally like an A-lister, it's not you're auditioning consistently. They're not coming to you left and right with offers for films, for future projects. It doesn't work like that. Unless you're an A-lister, then they're like, can you please come do our film? You know what I mean? That's how that works. Anyway, I get an offer, and the film is... Oh, that was trying to be a drum roll. It didn't work. Anyway, the film is High School Musical, ladies and gentlemen. That is the film or the project that I was literally given the script. I still have the script. This week, I'm going to post it on my Instagram page. I'm going to post the actual physical script of High School Musical when it was sent to my house, and it was with an offer letter and everything like that. Like they wanted me to be a part of this. They wanted me to be a part of High School Musical. They wanted to attach my name early on to the project. So I get the script and I start reading it, and I get to the part in the script that says asterisk asterisk begins dance routine with basketball asterisk asterisk, and I closed the script immediately. I was like, nah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I am not dancing with a basketball. I'm not doing that. And that's literally the only reason I didn't want to do the project. I literally had closed the script. I don't even remember what page it was on, but I had definitely, went through reading most of the script. And I got to that part and I literally just closed it. I was like, nah, can't do it. And it is, looking back on it, it's a very dumb reason to not do something. It's a very dumb reason, but an offer came in. I read the script, and that was the part that stood out to me that I definitely did not like. I didn't want to dance with a basketball, and I say it's a dumbass reason looking back on it, but I can speak from the place where I was at that time when it came in. I grew up playing all kinds of sports. Okay, I grew up playing football, basketball. I ran track. I did everything. Like both my parents were athletes. My mom still holds records at her high school in Anchorage, Alaska, and in Texas. So I had this thing about basketball. Like I still do. Like I look at it like it's the most incredible thing in the world. Like I played basketball every day of my life. Even after Holes came out, I was still playing at the same rec center. I still balled out. I was still at a rec team. I was still on a traveling team. I was a badass point guard. I was good. I don't know what else to tell you. Like I was good. Like I'm still pretty good, but I was good. I was really good. So I got to that part in the script, and I was like, nah, I can't. Like I don't want to do it. I don't want to dance with a basketball. because I'm growing up idolizing and one street ball. I'm growing up, idolizing Allen Iverson. I'm growing up idolizing Kobe Bryant, Tracy McGrady, Stephon Marbury. Like I'm hot sauce, like I said, from and one. That's how I looked at basketball. Like it was street, you know what I mean? Like I'm literally playing NBA Street 1 or NBA Street 2 probably when that script had came to the house. So I was like, nah, I can't do it. Like I don't want to dance with a basketball. I think that's weird. No, I don't want to do it. So yeah, I turned it down. I said no, and they ended up coming back later on and giving me a different project, offering me a different role or a different project, which was Going to the Mat, which was the wrestling movie. Maybe some of you guys have seen that. It was a Disney Channel original film, and it was called Going to the Mat. It was starring me and Andrew Lawrence. Andrew Lawrence played a blind high school wrestler, and I was also a wrestler on the team. So yeah, that's what ended up coming afterwards. But yeah, that was the project that I turned down. I just could not picture myself dancing with a basketball. Mind you, you see, shout out to Corbin Bleu. Corbin Bleu was then, had a chance to get the role, and he did. And they went on to do 1, 2, 3 High School Musicals. And I be honest with you guys, like I'm just gonna be real. I don't regret turning it down because for a couple reasons. One, everything happens for a reason. That's one. And then two, I gotta be honest. I don't think the character of Zero would have stood the test of time and would still be as impactful as it is today if you guys would have seen me go from that to dancing with a basketball and singing it. We're all in this together. Like I've never seen the film. I've never watched it. I probably should take a chance and sit down and actually watch it. But yeah, I turned down High School Musical. That was the reason, and looking back, that was a dumbass fucking reason to turn it down. I just, being a kid, and I'm like, no, I don't want to dance with a basketball because I play street ball. I really play basketball out here. Like I catch fouls, bro. Like I cross niggas up. I break ankles. The fuck you mean? I'm not gonna dance with a basketball. A very, very stupid reason to turn it down, but it is the truth. I turned it down. Also, so to jump back to the Disney thing for a second, okay, I know this is gonna sound crazy, it's gonna sound weird, but I'm just gonna be honest about it. Okay, so 2 weeks ago, I was at an audition, okay, and I walk in, and it's there's a bunch of actors in the waiting room. There always is, but there's me, there's Taj Mari, which is a smart guy. Of course, everyone will know him for smart guy, the T and Tamara's little brother. And then there's Corbin Bleu. And all three of us embraced each other. It's a room full of like 13, 14 guys waiting to, for their name to get called. But the three of us, when we seen each other, we embraced each other. No one else embraced anyone else, but the three of us, when we seen each other, we embraced. And it hit me for a second. I was like, yo, because I'm being honest. I'm being completely honest about this. Like I look at Taj Mari like a TV legend because I grew up watching him. You know what I mean? Like I grew up watching Smart Guy and seeing all the things that he has done afterwards. Like I always looked up to Taj. And then I remember when I was auditioning for Zero, I saw Taj Mari's name on the list of actors who were coming in for the chemistry read that day. So it was dope for us to embrace. And then at the same time, I see Corbin. And I've always kind of looked at Corbin in the same light, like, yo, because of High School Musical and how successful it was and how successful he's been. I looked at both of these guys like, on pedestals, and it hit me when we all three embraced each other. They're like, holy shit! Like, wait, I'm kind of in here, like I'm kind of in this lane. Like, no, I know it sounds weird, but that's just how I looked at it. I didn't ever think that I was in the same realm as these guys. Because I've only, I don't come from the Disney brand. I don't come from that world. But someone, when I left there and I had a conversation with Reject, he was like, yeah, he's like, I understand what you're saying, Khleo, but you don't get the fact that what Zero actually meant to people. And then it hit me. I'm like, okay, I get that, but I'm not seeing it from that realm because, this is Taj who had, Smart Guy on for seasons, and then this is Corbin Blue, who had High School Musical 1, 2, and 3. Like that's a franchise that he had. So again, I've never looked at myself in that light, but it's crazy to think like, yo, only us three embraced each other. So that's when it hit me like, damn, I'm amongst this kind of level of acting in a sense, as far as from their, these guys. So hell of a moment for me, bro. It hit me like a ton of bricks. I was like, holy shit. Like, goddamn, I actually got a little bit of weight around here. I got a little bit of a resume to sit here and embrace Taj Mari and sit here and embrace Corbin Blue. And that's another thing that hit me. I was like, yo, what if I could get a podcast episode where all three of us sit down and just talk? Let's talk about current events. Let's talk about growing up within the entertainment industry and how us three we look biracial, and we're in the entertainment industry, and how that favors as far as going into certain auditions when the character calls for a black actor. I would love to sit down and have this conversation with the three of us, because I think we're three of the guys who can really speak and give an insight that not many other people can. So I don't have Taj's number, I don't have Corbin Blue's number, but when I left the audition, I was like, yo, that would be a great episode, even a great picture for people to see the three of us together. So I'm gonna try to pull that off. I really want to do it. I think it would be an amazing thing to really see the three of us like that. So get ready. I'm gonna figure it out. If I gotta reach out to him on Instagram and rent something for us to all come together, I don't care what I gotta do, but I think it would be really insightful, and I think it'd just be a great episode to have three young guys who've been in this industry since they were kids, who have stood the test of time, don't got no bullshit attached to their name, didn't really get into the fuck shit of the entertainment industry, kept their head on straight and just continued moving along, Though I do think I'm the more, I gotta be the most outspoken, I believe, from the three of us. Like, I'm the one who really don't give a shit. I would think. I'm going to have to do some research on that. We'll see. Leave a comment below and let me know, would you guys like to see or would you guys like to hear an episode of the AwareWolvvves podcast featuring Taj Mari and Corbin Blue? That should be fun. Yo, what's going on? It's Khleo Thomas, aka Mr. Slick Living. If you enjoyed this clip of the AwareWolvvves podcast, make sure you sign on to patreon.com/Khleo Thomas and pledge today so you can have access to the full episode.